Fox Valley is a behavioral health provider agency, and we have been in existence since 1970. We offer our services out of 4 locations: Menasha, Oshkosh, New London, and Kaukauna. Since I joined the center in 2005, we have grown from a staff of 9 to a team of 42 people. And we have 3 pillars of services: mental health counseling, the wellness screening program, and the mental health ministry.
One of the things that makes us unique at Samaritan Counseling Center, the Fox Valley, is that we integrate spirituality into the client's counseling process. What that means is we look at their biological, psychological, social, and spiritual factors that impact the counseling process. Another thing that makes us stand out is all of our clinicians have had advanced training in treating suicide and treating trauma.
Our wellness screen program has grown tremendously over the last several years, starting out offering screening to 23 students in our initial school district, and now being able to offer screening to over 16,000 in our community. Our program reaches 66 different school sites in 11 districts, and we really are in the business of saving lives. To date, we have identified over 1,000 students that have been contemplating suicide. Our team is compassionate and innovative in reducing barriers for families to connect to much needed care.
When students speak with me about their experience with the Wellness Screen program, they say things like, "It helped me to feel seen and supported. It gave me hope and the courage to talk with my family." Opening up conversations like that is what inspires me most about providing our emotional health screenings.
The most exciting part of the Wellness Screen program is our desire to identify mental health concerns as early as possible. Students as young as kindergarten are being screened. Acknowledging mental health as a critical part of overall wellness helps to build awareness as well as minimize stigma. Considering mental health across a child's lifespan helps us to maybe even prevent mental health concerns. And if mental health concerns are identified, we're able to provide early detection and early intervention.
The Mental Health Ministry Initiative is a cooperative effort between Samaritan Counseling Center and NAMI Fox Valley. We have a 3-pronged approach. We have a half-day educational day. We have a 6-part educational series that helps communities to go deeper into understanding mental health issues. And we have a cluster group that forms mental health ministry teams within their faith communities. What I'm most excited about is the passion that these faith leaders and their communities bring to mental health issues.
We hope that by having heard from the mouths of our team members, you now have a better understanding of what Samaritan Counseling Center is doing through the Fox Valley. Thank you. We are on a mission of connecting mind, body, and spirit so individuals, families, organizations, and the whole community thrive. Thank you for your support. You are making the impact of our work so much larger.
16 years ago, that was me. I was 19. I had just given birth to my son. And honestly, as I sat in the hospital that day, I did not know where I was going to go from there. Really, the reason why I ended up 19 with a child was that my story starts is that I was born to 2 young parents right here in the Fox Valley. I had a family that suffered with substance abuse. At a young age, I had the unfortunate experience of being a survivor of sexual assault, which led me to the point when I was pretty young of feeling as though my life didn't matter. What happened to me didn't matter. So I didn't make a lot of good choices about the relationships I was in. They weren't very healthy. The things I was doing, the people I was surrounding myself with, because I really didn't think it mattered, and I didn't think my life mattered. And so I ended up here in this photo at 19 with a son. Even though I didn't know what was going to happen and how our story was going to play out, I was incredibly determined that my son was going to have the life I knew he deserved. With the help of resources in our community, like the Appleton Housing Authority, I eventually did secure housing. I went on to get a degree from UW-Oshkosh, though during that time, it was actually incredibly difficult. I had to work 3 jobs to support us because it was just me. When I was 8 months pregnant, my son's father was diagnosed with schizophrenia, which is pretty often that people in their early 20s are diagnosed with schizophrenia. And so it was really clear that it was just me to take care of us and figure out what our future would be. We eventually did make our way out of that. I eventually did get my degree. I actually ended up working at the Housing Authority as a case manager for people who were in the very same situation I had been in at one point. But to get there was a very difficult road. Not only the actual physical work of working those jobs, getting the resources to pull ourselves out of that situation while raising a child, but it involved a lot of work with counseling in places like Samaritan, who served my family. Because certainly there's a lot of trauma that came out of that time. Like I said, I've struggled with anxiety and depression, feelings of worthlessness. I needed a place like Samaritan to help me address those issues, to help me learn about healthy relationships, to learn tools and skills, to learn with those situations that I was in. And so it is incredibly valuable to have places like Samaritan and have these resources for people in our community, because it literally can change and save somebody's life. If I had not gotten support, if I had not been able to learn those tools, I don't know we would have ended up where we were today. I don't know that the story would have ended up as good as it did. But it was those little steps of getting that first job in politics, all those things that help build your confidence to the point that you start to believe that you are worth something, and working with a counselor that can help you see and celebrate those little victories and see that you are worthwhile and that you deserve better and that your family deserves better. That is the value of counseling. That is the value of places like Samaritan. So my time at Samaritan didn't end because I got elected to office or got my degree. I have continued to seek help at Samaritan. I know they listed me there as a former client, but I consider myself a current client because there is not a marriage or a parent that I know that doesn't benefit from counseling. Life is hard, marriage is hard, parenting is hard, and certainly while my story turned out pretty good, it is not as though all those things that happened in the past never leave me. They still impact my relationships today. And so continued counseling does help you to continue to work on those issues, to continue to build your skills to have better relationships and deal with anxiety and depression and those things that aren't magically just gone away because something good happens to you. So I do consider it to be something that is still part of my life, still part of my well-being, that counseling isn't something you just do once and are done, that it really is something to continue to be part of your life. While it's important that we come here today to support those people that don't have access, that need help getting access, and that we support that and make it possible for them, it isn't just for those people. Again, counseling and therapy is for everybody.